Hi guys, how are you all?
I'm fine. How are you?
Good, ma. Okay, good to see you here. Finally,
Yeah.
I'm more comfortable now.
Can I
Harsh.
have the Google Classroom?
Yes, right. Yes, your dad has pinged. It's better to get it here. It's easy.
Yeah.
Let me forward the email as well. Okay, that way you.
Okay. Mhm.
This is Geometry Friday, right? Okay. Um. Okay, that's good. Geometry Friday, Friday classes. The Okay, I think this is his ID. I don't know. Oh, can you need the classroom code? Okay, use this code, Amma. I'll send the code here.
Okay.
My name is all not changed. So messy. Okay. Okay, that's the classroom code. Hi, Akshada. Nice to see you. Hi, Johan. How are you? Was the homework okay, Johan? Hi, Shreya. Nice to see you back. I missed you last week. How are you? Okay. Hi, Krishav. Okay, let's go ahead. Harshita, I saw your mom's request for the WhatsApp group, ma. I'll definitely do it.
Okay.
Okay. Okay. How was the homework, guys? Did you have any trouble doing the homework? See, I did see some of you made more problems than what was taught. So it will always be tough if you try more problems than what is written there. If I give you 8 questions, if you try to solve 15 questions, it's going to be hard only because you're learning geometry for the first time and you can't do it without inputs as well, right? So, okay, Ashrita, Johan, okay. Krish. Okay, that's good. Coming to your classwork, what did you do? Partitioning line segments. Okay, challenge. Main assignment was partitioning line segments, right? Okay, some of you have not turned in. That is scary to me now. Ashita, you didn't have time, Ashita.
I just have to submit it after class because I have the pictures and everything. I just have to submit it.
Only thing is, if you submit by deadline, I'll be able to see. You see, meaning some of you who have already submitted, clearly I understand what you have done. Shreya, did you understand based on the recording, ma?
Yeah, I understood it a bit. It was a bit confusing, but like I got it in the end.
Oh, I see. I see. Okay, I really like the workout you have shown, ma. On page number 6, the workout is great. Okay, let's see. I'm going to give you some questions and see. I'll know where we are. Let's see. But I had questions on several of your work, though. Let me quickly check. This is Friday class. Oh, see, so many you didn't submit. That is scary. Anyway, Akshada, did you have any questions on the homework?
No, not really.
Abhyuk, did you have any questions?
No,
Okay, really nice workout. You are checking the answers, right, Abhyuk?
yes, I am at the end.
Okay, that's nice. Harshita, as usual, nice, Amma. Did you have any questions, Harshita?
No, I got it.
Okay. How about Johan? Johan, you're doing it for the first time, right? Johan, how did you do? Was it easy?
Yeah, it wasn't too hard.
Okay. Only request, Johan, I would like to see your work, not just the. Oh, yeah, you have given the workout. Okay, I did not see this honestly. Okay, this helps. Did you have any questions, Johan?
No.
Okay, how are you feeling tackling both? Are
Uh,
you comfortable?
yeah.
Huh?
Yeah, it's okay.
Okay. Okay, Sahana is not here. Krishiv, did you get a chance?
Yeah, I
Krishiv?
finished my homework and submitted it. I finished it and submitted it.
No, not really.
Are you sure?
Yeah, I'm sure.
So I didn't submit it?
No. Yeah, Ananya, you're not here, right? Ananya is not even here. Why? What is going on? Okay, let's go ahead now. Yes, Krishiv, I would like you to see and tell me what's going on with you. Okay, the challenge assignment is what you could not have done, I know. So I'm not going to go over what you did, but then I want to give you some more questions on partitioning line segment. Give me a minute. Okay, we need to review that, right? Okay, let me go ahead and review some problems. Or not the parallel, but let's see. Yeah, but partitioning is what I want, right? Okay. Okay, how about this? Uh, this is hard. 1 second, guys. I'm sorry. Okay, I should have gotten it ready before. Not a problem. Let's see. Okay, how about this? What a difference. Sorry, guys. I don't. Okay, it's okay. Mhm. Okay, let's try this one. Oh, this is good. Let's see. How about this? The ratio. Yeah, this is a good one. How about this? Can you work on this one and let me know your answer? I'll share my screen. You can get going. How about this? It's just a review of the previous class. Find the coordinate of point P along directed line segment AB. If A is minus 1 comma 2 and B is 7 comma 8 and the ratio 3 is to 1. Just send in the answers, guys. You get it, ma? Mm. Oh, wow, Johan, very nice. Oh, yeah, Pratika, there's no way you will understand, Pratika. I really want you to go over last week's recording, do the homework and see, okay? I only did the challenge problems because I did not see the other ones. Krishiv, it's so important. It's your duty to look at what is the homework and then do, ma. Akshada, correct. Dhruv, correct. Dhruv, I'm asking about the coordinate point, right, Dhruv? Then how will it be 11.5?
Oh,
You understand what I mean?
yeah.
Shita, correct. Ashita, correct. Did we talk about skew lines, guys? Did we already talk about it? Shreya. Shreya, can you do it on the board? Shreya, can you do it on the board? I'll help you, ma. Avyukt, correct. Oh, you're using the formula. You have to understand and do, Shreya. That only helps, actually. Mm-hmm. That is correct. Okay. 3 by 4 of. Okay, so you did -1 plus 3 by 4 of what?
8.
Why? Oh,
Uh,
7 minus -1, no?
yeah.
Okay, fine. And then for the y,
2 plus
3
3
by
over 4,
minus
8
2.
minus 2.
Correct. So
Yeah.
yeah, this thing is correct, but I don't know what went wrong with this one. 3 by 4 of 8 minus 2 is 6. 2 plus, so this is 3, 2. Then what happened? 9 by 2. 2 plus 9 by 2 is 6.5, right, Mashaya?
Oh, yeah, I
That is,
accidentally added it wrong. Yeah.
you got it now?
Yeah.
Okay. I did not take the attendance, I know, but I don't want to waste time now. So, did I talk to you about postulate or axioms? See, there and here I said, right, I'll introduce you to a lot of definitions, right? So, I just want you to know what is a point. Point is it's a location, right? So, it can be a capital letter can be used to refer to a point. Now, you need to understand what is this. What is this? What is this? You all know, right? This, I can say this is line segment AB. This is how I read it. Line segment AB. The symbol for that is this. Now, if you have like this, it's a ray AB. The symbol for that is AB. Now, when you think about it, this is the same line segment as BA. It's congruent, right? Whereas this is not the same as BA ray. B is not the starting point. Okay. Then coming to the line AB, it is represented as AB, both has arrows. Make sense? Can I move on? So these things you need to know. What is coplanar and what is collinear? I might have mentioned this in classes. Coplanar, collinear. What are these definitions? Anybody, guys? You were there. Some of you were there in the class, right? When I explained. So what is coplanar? What is collinear? Guys, please, guys. What is coplanar? What is collinear? Anybody have come across that? Then say. Do you know? You don't know. There are two different answers, right? You can say I don't know as well. I'm absolutely fine. You see? Okay, you don't know. Okay, I see. I see. Okay, no problem. That is correct. Dhruv, last question was correct. I'm glad, guys. Okay, so coming to coplanar. Co is take it as same. Co is take it as same. So what does it mean? Coplanar meaning plane is a flat surface. That definition I hope you all know. Plane is a flat surface. Your blackboard is a plane, or your table is a plane. So plane means it's a flat surface. Okay, you can use a letter, a capital letter to indicate a plane. This is plane A. Okay, these are points in the plane. Okay, now coming from there, what is coplanar? A, B points are coplanar. Why? They lie in the same plane. Any questions? Any questions?
No.
Okay. Now let's say, how about let's finish the plane definition, plane related things. Okay. Now this is an ice cube, right? Let's say I call this as HEFG. I call this as DABC. Now, when you want to call out a plane, right? Would you be, meaning there are different ways of calling out a plane. I want to refer to the plane represented by the top of the cube. For me to represent the plane that represents the top of the cube, I can call the plane as HEFG, or I can call the plane as FGH, or I can call the plane as HEF. Either you can use 3 letters or 4 letters to call out that plane. Top of the ice cube is what I've given an example. Okay, now coplanar means 2 points or 2 or more points lying on the same plane. Coplanar. The points are coplanar means the points are lying in the same plane. The lines are coplanar means the lines, 2 different lines are lying on the same plane. Now what is collinear? Collinear means, okay, you come up with your definition now. A, B, C points are collinear. A, C points are collinear in the second case, but B is not collinear with A and C. So what does it mean? Collinear means points are collinear. If I say, then that means points lie on the same line. Any questions? Any questions? These are all quite important, guys. There and here you'll get a lot of definition. That's why write down in the same notebook that you have, so that we'll have track of what we are doing. Now, I really want you to know the definition of postulate or axiom. These are new terms you should know. What is a postulate or an axiom? If I call something as a postulate, it means it's an accepted statement. It doesn't have any proof, okay? Somebody says it to you and you accept it as it is. Then it is an accepted statement. Can I move on? Okay, now I'll give you examples of postulate. Just like that, if I say something, you may not understand what a postulate is properly, right? So we are going to discuss a few postulates for this class. Okay, not a whole lot, but I will discuss a few. Okay, now let's say there are 2 points. Okay, let's discuss a few postulates. Postulate means accepted statements, right? Now, through any 2 points, there can be only one, there is exactly one line. This one, yeah, you know that, and you accept the statement. That's all. It doesn't have any proof or anything. And now the second one, if two lines intersect, they intersect at exactly one point. Any questions? If two lines intersect, they intersect at exactly one point. How about this? If two planes intersect, what will happen? If two planes intersect, what happens? Anybody? What do you think? When two planes intersect, what will it form? What will it form if two planes intersect? If two planes intersect, what will it form?
A 3D figure.
Um, la- uh-huh. Let's say, let me put it nicely. Now, I'm going to intersect using another plane. What does it form? What is that?
A line?
A line. When two planes intersect, they intersect in exactly one line. They intersect in exactly one line. We will discuss a lot of postulates going further. Okay. And okay, there is one more postulate. Let's say I have three non-collinear points. Okay. Through any three non-collinear points, there can exactly be only one plane. There is exactly only one plane. So if you have three non-collinear points, right, there can only be one plane covering those points. Can I move on?
Miss
Okay.
Priya,
Yeah, go ahead.
I couldn't understand the fourth statement.
The fourth statement says through any three non-collinear points, there is exactly only one plane. If you have three non-collinear points, right? One another plane cannot contain the same three non-collinear points. Make sense?
Yeah, makes sense.
This point can come in another plane. Okay, these 2 points can come in another plane, but through any three non-collinear points, there is exactly only one plane. Make sense?
Makes sense.
Okay. Now, you know what are parallel lines, right? I'm assuming you know what are parallel lines. Lines that do not intersect each other at any point in time are parallel lines, right? Now, how about this? I can define parallel lines as coplanar lines that do not intersect. We have to speak in geometric terms. That's the problem. Ananya, we are going over some postulates. Coplanar lines that do not intersect. There is something called skew lines. This is completely new to you. Non-coplanar lines, this is something different. Non-coplanar lines that neither intersect, nor are parallel. They are not parallel. They do not intersect. and they are non-coplanar. Let's consider the same ice cube again. Okay, we will have some names, okay, for each of the line segment. DCAB, HGEF. Okay, we have these. Now, tell me this one, AB and EF, what type of lines are they?
Parallel.
Are they coplanar? See, okay, what is a plane? Basically, ABEF is the front plane. DHCG is the plane at the back. BCFG is the right hand side plane. AEHD is the left hand side plane. You see what I mean? Plane is just a flat surface. Now my question is, I asked AB and EF. Are they coplanar? AB and EF. Not a hard question, guys. If it is hard, then I did not correctly explain to you the definition. AB and EF are the two lines coplanar. What do you guys think?
Yes.
Yes, it is on the front plane, right? BC and FG, BC and FG, are they coplanar?
Yeah.
Yeah, they are coplanar and parallel because they are lying on the same plane and they never intersect. They are also parallel lines. Now, let me ask you about how about AB and CG? AB and CG. AB and CG. What type of lines are they? Are they in the same plane? No, they are non-coplanar lines. Do they intersect? See, when this is on a different plane. The CG is on the plane CBFG. Okay, and AB is on the plane ABFE. Okay, so they are completely in different planes. They do not intersect and are not parallel. So these two are called skew lines. Skew lines are not coplanar. They do not intersect. They are not parallel. Any questions? Okay, can one of you tell me one more pair of skew lines? Tell me one more pair of skew lines.
BF and AD.
BF,
AD.
AD, correct. BF, okay, let me erase what is not required. So what more? Tell me once more.
BF and AD.
BF and AD, correct. Why? BF is in the front plane. AD is in the top plane. They are not parallel. They do not intersect. They are not on the same plane. So they are skew lines. Any questions?
Yeah. I think you might have accidentally erased the line from D to H.
Sorry, ma. Thanks. Make sense? Can I move on?
Yeah.
Okay. We did a lot of things now. Okay, I think I did enough inputs, like theoretical inputs, like what is a postulate, what is an postulates are also called axioms. Postulates are also called axioms. Oh my God, you know what? Okay, I need to go grab my charger. Sorry, guys. Usually, I always am prepared with the charger. Today, I don't have it. Okay, so let's see this one. Two lines that lie in, I want answers in chat, okay? In parallel planes are dash parallel. You can fill in the blank with always, sometimes, never. Can you replace the dash. Fill in the blank with any of these.
Wait, Miss Priya. After the word lie, what is that word?
Which one? I'm sorry.
Like two lines that lie.
Lie in parallel plane. Parallel planes are dash parallel. What you're saying is true. Two lines that lie in Johan, I know why you said that, but okay, let me see. See, these questions really. Yeah, Dhruv, your answer is right, okay, but I have to substantiate to Johan. Why do you think so, Dhruv?
Because sometimes if parallel lines never intersect, the planes could be parallel, but the lines don't have to be.
Uh, yeah, meaning sometimes you can say never, right? Why not never?
Because if it was never, then the lines in those planes would always not be parallel, but sometimes they could be parallel.
Your answer is true. Johan, I understand why you said never, okay? Because we said two lines that lie that are not coplanar are never parallel. That's what we said, right?
Mm-hmm.
That is why you came up with the fact that it's never is your answer. Correct? It's yeah, I agree, but at the same time, let's see. Two lines that lie in parallel planes. I have this plane, okay, and I have this plane. Okay, now two lines that lie in parallel planes. How about this? You see, meaning in this case, yeah, I am saying this line L lies in plane P. Okay, now the other line, let me call the other line M, the other line M lies in plane Q. However, I can as well say L and M lie in plane P. I can say that. L and M lie in plane Q. I can say that. If that is the case, then they are parallel lines. They don't necessarily have to be. Am I making sense, Johan? Okay, so here what would be the answer, Ananya?
Always.
Why ma always?
Because
Okay, how about these two lines? This is line 1, this is line 2. They both lie in different planes. They are not coplanar. They are not parallel. You see what I mean? The two blue lines are not parallel because one lies in plane Q, one lies in plane P. Only when they are coplanar, they are parallel.
oh, okay.
Does that make sense? This is the only case where they are parallel, meaning the two lines are lying in both the planes. So I can say L lies in P, M lies in Q, or I can say L and M lie in P, L and M lie in Q. In that case, they are parallel. When they are coplanar only, they are parallel. Can I move on?
Yeah.
The answer is sometimes. Okay. What else? Okay. Yeah. Did I talk to you about this symbol? What is the symbol? Congruent. What is the meaning of it in geometry? same shape, same size. What is this symbol? Means similar. What does it mean? If I say this triangle, similar means same shape, different size. If I have to talk to you about transformations, dilation results in similar figures. Rigid transformation like translation, reflection, rotation results in congruent figures. Meaning, if I move this line here, that is translation, right? If I rotate this line, right, 90 degree, then that's the transform line. Or if I reflect, right, this line, if I reflect it on the x-axis, it becomes this. So the rigid transformation like translation, rotation, reflection, these all result in congruent figures, meaning the original image and the pre-image and the image are both the same. Whereas this and this one, when you think about it, dilation, remember, enlargement or reduction results in similar figures. There is always a scale factor. Any questions? Okay. Let's see this one. How about this one? These are easy questions which you can tackle. Let me see. How about this? Okay. dt equal to 60. Find x. Oh my God, what did I do? dt equal to 60. Now find x, find ds, st. This is your line segment. 2x minus 8. Okay. And then what else you have? 3x minus 12. I'll just grab the charger and come, guys. Just finish this. 3 answers I need to get from you. Okay. One is x, ds, and st. I'll just grab the charger. I'm sorry, guys. Done. If you're stuck, you have to let me know. Good job, Anya. Avyukt, I'm waiting. Ashita, correct ma. Harshita, I'm waiting. Akshata, I'm waiting. Pratika, good job. Krishiv, no. Not really, Avyukt. How did you do?
My question was
Hmm.
2x minus 8 plus 3x minus 12 equals
Correct.
x.
2x minus 8.
Yeah. Plus 3x minus 12
Mm.
equals x.
Mm-hmm.
Wait, I don't understand where you got 60.
Because dt is 60.
Oh, I didn't read that, sorry.
No problem.
I
So
didn't read that,
5x
sorry.
equal to 80, x will be equal to
Equal
16.
to 16.
ds will be equal to 2 times 16 minus 8, 32 minus 8, which is
32 minus 8 is 24.
st is 3x minus 12, which is 16 times 3, 48 minus 12, which is 36.
Which
Make sense?
36. Yeah. I didn't read dt, that's why.
No problem. It's a simple one. Dhruv, did you get that, Dhruv?
Yeah, I got it.
Yeah, it's a simple one. But you know what? In geometry, we become defensive. We want to talk in geometrical terms, right? You know what we did? We obeyed segment addition postulate. Another postulate coming in. Segment addition postulate. See, was such a complicated name for something so easy. You know what does that segment addition postulate says? That says dt line segment will be equal to ds plus st. See, this is an acceptable statement. You know, I know, because dt is a line, s is a point in it. So ds plus st is equal to dt. You know, I know. It's an acceptable statement. It doesn't have to have a proof. So we call it as segment addition postulate. Okay. Now one more postulate coming into picture. Okay. How about this? You tell me what can be the name of this postulate. A, B, C. What is the name of this postulate? Angle ABC will be equal to angle X plus angle Y. What is the name of this postulate? You tell me. Yes, based on pattern, right? I told you what is segment, line segment addition postulate. So what is this? ABC is an angle. I split it up into X and Y. Now I'm saying ABC is equal to angle X plus angle Y.
Angle addition.
Yep, angle addition postulate. Ananya, honestly, I was a little off since you didn't join. But you came and you were so interactive. I'm so happy. Can I move on?
Thank you.
I want one. This one. Okay, guys. Can I move on? Can I give you a challenge question related to segment addition postulate? I'll give you a challenge question. Let's see. I would really like to see answers from everybody on this. Okay. How about this? Hj is x. 2x plus 3. 4x minus 3. Now, gk is 30. Find gh and jk. I'm going to wait. Not a difficult one, okay? But you just need to think a little farther than we have done.
Wait, Miss Priya.
Yeah.
2x plus 3 is the length of G and GJ.
Correct, ma.
Okay.
X is the length of hj. Hk is 4x minus 3. Gk is 30. You know what? We have to cover the rest of the questions. Let's see. I don't remember, guys. You got answers, right? Uh-huh. Uh, no Avyukt, no Krishna. Pratika, that's correct. Akshada, very nice on your last answer, ma. I'm waiting for the current answer. Harshita, nice of you on the last answer. I'm waiting for your current answer. Dhruv, correct. Shreya, correct. Ananya, correct. Krishiv, how did you get it? That doesn't seem right. Johan, correct. If you don't understand, I'll help you guys. Not at all a problem. If you want to retry, try. Harshita, something messed up. Harshita. You want to help me, ma? Harshita?
Oh, let me try one. I think I figured out what I
Sure. Yeah, ma. Akshada, you got it right. See, basically, it works on segment addition postulate. But only thing is, it's a little tricky to write the segment addition here. Because they've messed up with the 2x plus 3x and 4x minus 3. Think about, see, they've given GK. How will you write the equation for GK? GK is basically what? What and all will you add? If you over add, meaning if you over count, then you'll have to subtract that. Avyukt, you got it? Meaning you got the hang of it. Actually, okay. Can you educate me? Please be interactive, guys. Do you all know what is complementary angles and supplementary angles?
Yes.
Mhm.
Is there a person who doesn't know? Complement, I need to know. React using raise your hands. It's easier, right? You can always react using raise your hand or whatever. Do you know complementary, supplementary angles, Ashrita, Akshada, Krishiv?
Is supplementary adds up
Add
to
up to
80?
180, correct. Complementary add up to 90. And adjacent vertical angles? Anyway, we'll do one. Okay, did you guys get it, or can I do it on the board quick and move on? I think now I should do it on the board. It's done. Okay, so here, see, I am putting GJ plus HK, right? Which is what? 2x plus 3 plus 4x minus 3. When you add them together, it, see, the thing is, I add this and this. Definitely I overcount. See, this part is getting added 2 times. So subtract that x and equate it to 30. 1x was overcounted, so I subtracted that. 6x minus x is 5x. 3 and 3 get cancelled, equal to 30. X will be equal to 6. When you substitute that, 12 plus 3 is 15. This one is 6 was 24 minus 3 is 21. Make sense? Krishiv, did it make sense?
Yes.
Okay. So now I talked to you about a lot of postulates. Protractor postulate, I didn't. Okay. Okay. I want to discuss protractor postulate and more angles. Let's see. Have you heard of vertical angles? Vertical angles? If two lines meet, right? Any two lines. See, these two angles are always equal. Angle 1 is congruent to angle 2. Angle 3 is congruent to angle 4. Any questions on that? So those are vertical angles. We have already studied that, okay? And then what are adjacent angles? Adjacent angles are angles that are, see, these two are adjacent angles. Angles sitting next to each other. Angle 1 and 2 are adjacent. Sitting next to each other are adjacent angles. Any questions? I want to do what is a protractor postulate, right? I will get a, because I want to explain it using a nice diagram. Hold on. Okay. There you go. There's a protractor. Hey, you all know how to measure using a protractor or not? You all know how to measure angles using protractors? Ashrita, do you know?
No.
Who doesn't know?
Me, Pratika. I kind of know, but not like completely. I've
No,
tried it a couple times.
Okay. See, if you don't know, it's high time. Shreya also says she doesn't know. Okay, that's fine. Now let's see. Let's see, guys. So suppose how to show you? No. First, you need to know that. Can't proceed like this. Wait. Maths pad. Construction interactive tools. Let's go ahead there. 1 second. Let me see. Yep, this is better. So let me share my screen now. I hope you're able to see the board. Are you able to see? This is not the board. Sorry. You see the board now? Guys, are you able to see the board?
Yes.
Okay, how to measure this angle? This angle. I take a protractor. Okay, where is my vertex? This is a vertex, right? Where two rays meet. This is a vertex, right? So I use my protractor. Okay. For constructions, I'll be using this website for geometry. Okay, construction, you can easily access this website, mathspad.co.uk. It's a very good one. Construction, we can do it like this. Okay, for now, just to show you, okay, how to use a protractor. You're going to position the protractor. Protractors, this point, right? You see this point. Protractors, this point, right? This should be placed on the vertex. When you place that on the vertex, what happens? Yeah, and then align the base to point to 0. Now, here is the confusion, guys. Will you follow? There are two lines. That is what makes the protractor so confusing. There are two lines. There is one line here, one line here. See, one line here, one line here. Will you follow the lower semicircle or the upper semicircle is always a point of confusion. When you do this, right, see this ray, which is where it is 0. This ray 0 is in here. You see? So wherever that, you need to follow that as your angle. So when it comes here, right, the bottom semicircle is pointing to a 50 when it comes here. Am I making sense? So this line, right, it's a 50. Am I making sense? So
Yes.
yeah, the angle made here, let me remove this. The angle made by, I am not able to draw this one, right? This one is 50-degree angle. Any questions?
No.
Now the thing is, this is an acute angle. That itself should tell you. Okay, sometime what happens? Okay. Sometimes, if you keep it like this, your answer will become 130. Please don't say like that. This is not 130. See here. This is not 130. This is an acute angle. Why are you choosing that? You aligned your base. You aligned your base to the one that pointed to 0. Okay. The one that pointed to 0 is this semicircle. When you think about it, you should only look through these angles, not the other one. Meaning, you should only look through this set of angles. You see, wherever you aligned your 0. Any questions?
No.
Okay, that's okay. With respect to a protractor postulate, I was talking about a protractor postulate, right? Now, let's say we have a ray OA, OB are two opposite rays in a plane. Let me show you. OA and OB are opposite. OA, this is OA, OB are opposite rays in a plane. Okay. Now, okay, let me simply tell you, because see, these things you can get it, meaning protractor postulate, if you type in, you'll get what is a postulate. But let me directly explain what it is, okay? Now, OA is paired with 0 degrees. OB is paired with 180 degrees. We are assuming that, okay? Now, if OC, I draw one line OC. Let's say I draw one line OC. This is OC. Okay. That I say it's X. Let's say this is X. Okay. Now OD is paired with Y. I'll draw another line somewhere here. Okay. OD is paired with Y. Okay, now how to find the measure of angle COD? Any angle, right? Any angle. This angle, I can call it as angle O. I cannot call it as angle O for that matter, because angle O can be this. Angle O can indicate so many things. It can be this. It can be this. It can, sorry guys, wait. Yeah, angle O can mean anything. There are too many factors in here. See, angle O can be this, right? Or this. So you need to have 3 letters to indicate an angle. That's why I'm saying COD. Okay, angle COD. How will you represent that angle? That will be equal to absolute value of x minus y. Am I making sense? Meaning, you can see, you can take either the top numbers or the small numbers. So this is 55, right? I'm taking the top angle, okay? This is 140, let's say 140. I'm assuming this is 140. Now, this angle, right, between x and y, I can write it out as 55 minus 140 absolute value, or I can write it out as 140 minus 55 absolute value. Any questions? This is the protractor postulate. Protractor postulate, it's very lengthy. But in short, what does it say? If OA is representing 0, OB is representing 80. Okay. And I have OC paired with X and OY paired with Y. In this case, right, how do you represent the angle COD? COD is the absolute value of the difference between X and Y. Shreya, are you with me?
Yes.
Okay, cool. Shall I move on? And I hope you all know what is obtuse angle, reflex angle. That I don't know. Let's see. Now let's come back. This is acute angle, right? This is obtuse, right? This is a right angle. Then what is this angle called? Greater than 180, less than 360. That's called reflex angle. And then angle around a point is how much? What is angle around a point?
360.
360. Yep. What is the angle on a line?
180.
180. Don't forget all this, okay? Always vertical angles are equal, I told you. That's it. Okay, these are the things you need to remember. Now, I really want to go to our homework. There were questions that you could not have solved, right? The challenge assignment, were you able to do the challenge assignment? Let me go to your. Is this the one? I don't remember. Yeah, I think so. I want you to be able to do more than 8 questions in this. Let's see. Yep. Okay. How about this? I want to go over this. Let's see. You all know how to find the slope of lines, right, guys?
Yes.
Know how to, yeah. So let's consider this point 1 comma 1. Okay. I shown in the coordinate grid is given. Okay. Plot point B 4 units to the left of point A. 4 units to the left of point A. This is A, right? 4 units to the left means 1, 1, 2, 3, 4. Point B. Point C, 3 units down. Right? Draw the triangle ABC. Now, determine the slope of, we need to determine the slope of AB and BC. So, how do you determine the slope of AB and BC? Do you all know how to determine the slope or no? You know, right? Shreya knows, Harshita knows, Johan, do you know how to determine the slope?
Yeah.
Change in y by change in x. So if you consider the point A, this is 1 comma 1. This is 4 units to the left means this is minus 3 comma 1, and 4 units down means what happens? 4 units down means y changes. Y changes to minus 3, but x remains the same. These are the points, right? What is the slope of AB? Change in y by change in x. How will you denote that? Change in y is 1 minus 1. 1 minus 1 divided by change in x. 1 minus minus 3. Avyukt and Ashrita, are you able to follow?
Yeah.
Ashrita?
Yeah.
Okay, what is the slope of? Dhruv, are you able to follow?
Yeah.
Good. What is the slope of BA? Change in y by change in x. Please, guys, when you start with this as your starting point for y, this should be first. 1 minus minus 3. Again, you start with the same 1 minus minus 3, which will be what? 4 by 4, which is 1. What is the slope of AB? I'm sorry, BC. Slope of BC, the vertical line, right? Vertical line slope is what? Change in y will be infinity. Infinity by 0, this is undefined. So you should know how to find the slopes of different lines. It is very important. Now, do you all recall how is the slope of parallel lines? How are the slopes of parallel lines? Parallel lines, how are the slopes? Let's say I have AB, I have CD. They both are parallel lines. What can you tell about their slopes?
They have the
They're
same.
both the same.
Same slopes. Good. Same slopes are there for parallel lines. Suppose if two lines are perpendicular, AB and CD. I know if you have completed algebra 1, then you know clearly all of these. If you haven't, then it's a problem. It's okay. AB and CD are perpendicular, right? AB and CD are perpendicular. Now, what can you tell about the slope of AB and the slope of DC? They are negative reciprocals. It's an important concept, guys. Negative reciprocal means slope of AB is 1 by 3 means slope of DC, which is perpendicular to AB, is minus 3 by 1. You got it? Negative. First you negate it and reciprocal it. Okay. They are negative reciprocals of each other if the lines are perpendicular. Now, did we go over distance formula, guys, already? Midpoint, endpoint formulas, did we go over or not? Please educate me. I'm asking you.
Wasn't
I
in the
don't
class.
think we did, Miss Priya.
Okay. Okay. No, yeah, in the class, ma. Okay. Now, okay. Suppose if there is a point x1 comma y1, should I do it? Let's see. I'll do for a few more minutes. x1 comma y1, x2 comma y2. There are 2 points. Let's say A and B. Okay. A and B. What is the midpoint? How to find the midpoint? X1 plus x2 by 2. That is your x coordinate of the midpoint. C point will be x1 plus x2 by 2, y1 plus y2 by 2. Any questions here? That is the midpoint always. To find out the midpoint, you add both the points, divide by 2. Shall I move on, guys?
Yeah.
Now, sometimes what they'll do, this point is 1 comma 5. This point is, they give you the midpoint. Midpoint is 2 comma 3. What is the end point? How will you find it? Find them separately. Take out this is the midpoint, right? So 2, x coordinate will be equal to, you have one of this, 1 plus x2 divided by 2. So solve this equation, 4 minus 1 equal to x2. So the second point B is x2 is what? 3. How will you solve for the y coordinate of the B point? How are we going to solve? Now C coordinate y point 3 will be equal to y1 plus y2 by 2. y1 is what? 5. 5 is in here. y1 plus y2, you don't know, divide by 2. So that is 6 equal to 5 plus y2, y2 equal to 1. So the second y coordinate of B is 1. Any questions? If you are given the midpoint, you have to say the endpoint. If you are given the endpoint, you should be able to say the midpoint. The equation that helps you with this is midpoint is given by, midpoint is a coordinate point, right? X comma y. So that is x1 plus x2 by 2 comma y1 plus y2 by 2. Any questions? Okay. Suppose one last concept. Suppose I give you a point here. This one came in 7th grade. I'm just reviewing. Okay. Suppose this point is minus 4 comma 6. This point is 6 comma 3. What is the distance between this point? Who can tell me how to find that? This we discussed in 7th grade. What is the distance between the two?
Oh, you use the Pythagorean theorem?
Yeah. How do you use it?
You find
You use
the
Pythagorean theorem.
you
Go
find like
ahead.
the point where you have to like draw like two lines so the first point and the second point can connect. And
This
then
is the change in y. Between the 2 points, this is the change in y, correct? This is the change in x, right?
Mhm.
How do you find it? Change in x is x2 minus x1, right? That you will square it and then you will add it with y2. This square plus this square, right? Change in x is x2 minus x1. Change in y is y2 minus y1. Between the 2 points, you square it. So that will be equal to our distance square. The distance square, that's the hypotenuse, right? This is d, but d square will be equal to this. So how will you find out d? It's very easy. Okay, difference in x plus difference in y, the whole square. So you square root it, then you get d. So the distance between 2 points is given as the square root of the sum of difference in x and the difference in y. Sum of the square of the difference in x and the sum of the square of difference in y. How many of you did not get this? It's just Pythagorean theorem. By Pythagorean theorem, so change in x square plus change in y square will be equal to the distance square. Take square root, that's your distance formula. Okay, between 2 points, how will you find out the change in x? x2 minus x1. So x2, let's consider this as x2 minus 4 minus 6 the whole square in this figure, plus, how do you find the change in y? 6 minus 3 the whole square. You squared and then you added, but you're going to take the square root. So that will be 10 square plus 3 square, which is 100 plus 9 square root of 109. Any questions, guys?
No.
So the distance formula is just Pythagorean theorem reviewed in geometry. You become more sophisticated and you become a geometry person and say, hey, we need to use the distance formula. Midpoint, endpoint formula is very easy, provided you understand. It's just add the x coordinates, divide by 2, that gives you the x coordinate of the midpoint's x coordinate. Add the y coordinates, divide by 2, that gives you the midpoint of the y coordinate. I'll stop here. I know, meaning we have not discussed problems on these concepts. Since I went into postulates and all, it became a very lengthy class, which is still okay for me, but I don't know whether it's okay for you. I'll stop here. But you're going to try out these problems that succeed whatever was given last week. See, you have to point vertices A, B, C. Now you have to find the distance A, B, B, C, C, A. Find all, say which is correct. So like that, everywhere distance formula, whether it is parallel or perpendicular, you need to determine. How will you do? Take 2 points on the line, find the slope. Slopes are same, parallel. Slopes are negative reciprocals, they are perpendicular. So I would like you to try these and come back, circle whatever you don't know and come back, then I'll help you do. Okay? Any questions for me?
No.
You don't have to do everything. If you don't understand, you can come back. Okay, guys. If there's nothing, we'll see you all next week, guys. Next week. Have a nice week ahead, guys.
Hi, Miss Priya.
Bye, ma'am.
Bye.
Yeah,
Miss
Beauty, I
Priya?
didn't see your message at all. Yeah, go ahead.
Miss Priya, so geometry is a little bit hard for me, but I'm like practicing at home. Do you think I'll be okay though?
Yeah, you'll be okay. 100%.
Okay,
You're answering very well.
okay, because I'm just a bit worried. That's it.
You are absolutely fine. Otherwise, I would have called out. You know,
Okay.
some of them I moved out, some of them I moved in already.
Oh.
Okay, if I am not comfortable, immediately I move people. Don't worry
Okay.
at all. Okay, already in Algebra 1, I moved a couple of them out.
Oh.
So
Oh.
if I am not bothered only, you don't get to hear from me.
Okay.
Okay, so you're absolutely, see, geometry, there is a sudden change from the way we did algebra. Some
Yeah.
kids are too good with geometry, some kids are too good with algebra. Both require different skills. That's why.
Yeah.
Okay,
Okay.
geometry is a whole lot new, right? You have not been introduced to geometry as well, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, there are some books. Yeah, but yeah, meaning I don't know. I don't want to overwhelm you with books, but yeah, it's okay. You will just be fine.
Okay.
It'll be very easy.
Okay. Oh, and also I need to tell you something, but I'll let Avi say it because he's waiting.
Yeah, sure. Avya, go ahead.
I'm still thinking of what I was gonna ask. I know I was gonna ask something. I'm just still trying to remember.
Okay.
Miss Priya, I think I got my star score. My mom said I did. For both of them.
Can you send a message to me? What was your
Yeah.
score? You'd have gotten nicely, I'm sure.
Hmm?
You'd have gotten nice scores. See, good job.
Thank you.
Happy. By the way, that doesn't get added to your GPA. You know that, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's sad, right?
That's really sad because yours I do good.
Yes. But the grades will matter.
Yeah.
I know. That's the way it is.
Yeah.
Yes. That's okay.
Um,
But
but
glad.
yeah, I think your class, like when I first started, your class really helped me because your class was exactly 1 week of ahead of our school,
You
and I have block days on Thursdays. That means we have the same class for 2 periods, and I have you on Thursday. You cover a topic, and next Thursday in school,
take cover.
that
See, but that
topic.
does not always happen, Amma.
Yeah, I know, but I'm so glad it ended up that way. I
That
wouldn't
way, yeah,
have
but it also depends on the teacher. You see, meaning it might not be the same sequence at all because in Frisco, each teacher handles their own sequence.
I know. Yeah.
I hope we have something similar next year. But see, even if not, right, my only theory is algebra 1 is algebra 1. The more grinding you do with algebra 1 is what is important rather than studying for school. At the end of it, you'll be good with geometry. You see what I mean?
Yeah.
So, yeah. And see, this was your star 7, 8, right?
Yeah.
Okay. Star 7. Okay. Star 7. Did you do star 8 or star 7?
No, I did star 7.
Then, yeah. So algebra 1, yeah, will be a whole lot easy. See, but the entirety of whatever you cover in school will be covered here as well. However, the sequence may differ, but whatever gaps you have, patch up as and when it covers here or there. You see what I mean? That will
Yeah.
really. Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah. Good job, ma.
Thank you.
Bye bye.
Bye, Miss Becca. Have a nice day. See you next week.
See you. How about you, Abhyut? What's up?
Yeah, I can't remember my question.
I'm so sorry.
Yeah, okay.
Just write it down next time and come. Okay.
Sure, I'll do.
You're
Okay,
doing good.
bye.
You're able to follow, right? Good only. I see. I don't see a problem.
I'll just like to give some information about what like you're thinking about this. Sometimes whenever I don't get it, I just like ask my parents for some
You-
help.
Absolutely okay. Okay. You can also raise in class as and when you have a doubt.
Okay, sure,
So
got it.
somehow, meaning at the end of it, right, of you, I want you to develop. I want you to get to be a person who can figure it out. Always we are
Okay,
not going to be there. Okay. It's just a push for you for another 2, 3 years. After that, you're going to be by yourself in college. At that time, you'll have to Google. No teacher is going to help you. You can't even go ask the teacher there. See what I
mm,
mean? They just give it to you and
mm,
go. They teach or don't teach, you will have to figure it out. So
mm.
you refer to Math Bits Notebook. That's a very good site.
Wait, what site?
Math Bits Notebook. It's a very good site for anything in mathematics. If you
Okay,
don't understand a particular concept, right? You should refer to this site. Okay, for geometry, it's very good. Meaning concepts, if you don't understand, it's a very good site. You don't have to wait for my inputs or parents' inputs. You don't have to. You can figure it out. Okay. So this is the site. Note it down. That's for geometry. Got it?
uh, it's not open. Okay, yeah, I got it. Thanks a lot.
Okay. Bye bye.
Sure, bye.
Bye.